Hey guys, it's Scott with MSN Adventures. Sorry if it's a little bit windy out here. We'll be going inside the camper here in a second. Um, just wanted to touch base with you guys. The camper that I never showed fully complete back in about 2021 is up for sale. So I'm going to do a quick walk around and walk through and try to answer as many questions as I've gotten so far. And here we go. So this is a 2020. I need to double check. It might be 2021 Legend, but I'm going to flip you around here and we'll start walking around. We'll try to keep this short, sweet, and to the point. Thanks. All right, guys. So we're back up a little bit. We're at a storage unit, so I've got a old Grand Marquis Park next door. So just kind of start at the front and I'll walk around. We have a power tongue jack hiding under here, which definitely comes in handy. It has a backup in case the wires ever fail or the power ever fails, but put that back on. But, we've got 30 amp outside shore power here. Needs to be cleaned. Tires are original from 2020, 2021. I just checked. I think the date code's actually like 2018. They are showing a little bit of dry rot, so I definitely would plan on getting them replaced this year. I'm not planning to replace them before the sale. I just wanted to be clear with that. But if I was planning to travel with it this year, I would be buying some more tires. There is a spare tire included that we'll see inside. Again, aluminum Legend Premium Trailers, the Thunder package. So it is a ramp door. I've got it's painted with some of that like sand paint, so it's got grippiness to it. There is a backup camera you can see up there. When we go inside, we will see the monitor that mounts in your car. So, all right, since it's not super easy to walk around the back, I will go walk around the front. We got your 2 5/16 ball, pretty straightforward setup. Brakes, brake controller, or the brake emergency switch. Same thing over here. I really like the wheels on this trailer. Vent back here, lights, all LED lights. And there's another shot at that backup camera. I leave it on all the time, actually, so it's just a rear view camera. One thing that I still think is really cool, but you'll have to either change out or deal with, it's a lighted MSM Adventures. So if you don't change it out, it'll have a little legacy there. All right, we're gonna walk inside. We've got window, and again, this was just a standard 7x16 V-nose cargo trailer. So we put in the windows. It had the RV style door we ordered, but pretty much everything you see here we've done. So all right, so we're walking in the door. Air conditioner up top, bullet lights. Before I forget, the light over here, that one right there, is actually on a separate switch. It was a good idea that I had gotten from another YouTuber, but it is the controlled right here, and it's the last on, first off, or first off, last, yeah, first on, last off light. But it's kind of nice. You can turn all the lights off, still have something to get to the bathroom. Which bathroom is right here, no plumbing. I used a Thetford porta potty. Sorry, it's a little bit messy. Tried to clean up a little bit. But this is a nice space. It gets closed off by a curtain. I designed it just big enough for me to be able to sit on the Thetford porta potty. And if you don't know, I'm about 250 pounds, 5'11", so I figured if I can fit in there, anybody can. All right, WeBoost cell phone booster. Helps to get better signal inside here. This is the booster for the tire pressure monitoring system. And I'm going to bring you over to the countertop here. This is the monitor that goes in your car for the tires. This is your backup camera. Remote for TV. And then up top on the roof, we've got 200 watts of solar. Down in the cabinets, which I'll show you, is 300 amp hour batteries, three 100 amp hour batteries, and right there is the diesel heater outlet. Well, first we'll go up top. This is really messy, but it's just kind of basic storage. And then we've got the Renogy solar controller. As you can see, the it is messed up. It works fine. Just that LED screen is not reading out. It's just got pixels missing and stuff. So, but it does work. We've got it down here. We've got our power center here. The solar has been keeping the batteries charged even here, not plugged into shore power, which is nice. Air conditioner controller, various like 12 volts. So I'm into RC airplanes, so I had a 12 volt connector there, but these are both obviously 12 volts. And then we've got 110 wired in also. So we've got two outlets up front. One of them's on an inverter, which is right under here. If you can see it somewhere in there. While we're here, I'll open up this. So at first I was going to finish off all the back, but I've just got shelves that are easily removable and just kind of some basic stuff there. There's the diesel heater controller, and then the diesel heater and the battery are underneath there, but very easy to get to. So if there's any wiring issue or whatever, it's kind of nice just to be able to get into it really easy. So I never really finished that off because it's worked for our needs. These little stools are going to stay with it because it's kind of part of the, if you want to make the full bed in the back, those go into the middle for support. So it's kind of use footstools. The beds are something that I was going to, kind of always make a little bit nicer, but they worked out well and I just never really needed to. So it's very easy to change it from this configuration where it's a couch. And then I just kind of folded it up here so you can see they fold up against the wall. And then for transit, if you've got a motorcycle in here, these just go right up top. So it just takes up the same amount of space all the way up. It just kind of covers up the window while you're in transit. And again, just the back door with kind of the grippy paint. Max Air fan. Always comes in handy. And then obviously these windows do open up nice, so you can get a nice big cross breeze in. And then kind of turning around here, just a little shelf. A clock that the battery died on, but it's cute. And then this Alpacool, I think it's like a 60 quart, but it's a refrigerator freezer. Works really well. Very efficient. I've actually got that wired underneath and through, so it just plugs in right there. I'm going to back all the way up to the door here so you can kind of see what we're looking at from all the way in the back. Just the wall of the bathroom there. Just kind of put shelves and little baskets everywhere for storage. There is a Pingle wheel chock I'll include because it has the mount for it there and it's removable. So I usually will just remove it and then store it up top there. Okay, let's see. Am I forgetting anything else? Trying to show everything I can because I'm about an hour away from here. Okay, so I have some dimensions that I promised some folks. Sorry, I'm gonna. So overall length, 20 feet. Overall width, including the wheels and fenders, 8.5 feet. Inside length, from all the way back to the countertop, is 15.5 feet. Inside width, like from at the widest point, is 80 inches. Inside width with the beds folded. So when they're up against the wall, if you're putting a motorcycle or something like that in here, you've got 63 inches. So for reference, I have had a Honda Goldwing in here. I've had a Harley Full Dressed Ultra Classic and my Ducati Desert X. So all of those with the bags and everything fit. So that's all that's been in here. So that's all I know for sure fits. But here's the fantastic fan control. Your lights for the overheads, and then this is also pretty awesome Level Mate Pro. One of those things that just makes setup super easy. You flip it on, there's an app, and then it tells you, how much you need, where you need to go to be level or how unlevel you are. So that's pretty cool. Again, under here, diesel heater. Works really well, almost works too well, so I usually just, if it's really cold, I'll turn it on for an hour, and then if I have short power, I'll even just turn a super small electric heater on. All right, anything else? So we've got smoke detector. This thing hanging down is the Wii Boost antenna. There, I just usually leave it sitting there. The only thing that you're seeing that I will take out is just my toolbox here. But other than that, everything is fair game. Diesel for the diesel heater. Runs underneath to the diesel heater, and then it vents all outside. So if you've not used a diesel heater before, it's really nice. They are very nice dry heat and no fumes, because all the fumes come out under here. So might as well pan around underneath. Underside is very clean. Like I say, the tires have really good tread on them, but they are showing some dry rot, so I would definitely get rid of those in the near future. Over the winter or whatever. That little TST on the valve stem is the for the TPM, the tire pressure monitoring system. Let's see, I think that is about all I wanted to show you. I am going to climb in my truck here and see if I can show you the roof, because it is kind of tall. Sorry for bouncing you guys around all over the place. Just trying to show you the best I can. So yeah, so I think that's the Furrion air conditioner that needs a bath, and there's 200 watts of solar up there. So all right, let me if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll probably attach this to the Facebook Marketplace post. But again, I bought this kind of fall of 2020. Did it over that, it was kind of my COVID project with my daughter and I. So yeah, we it was complete, roughly complete mid 2021. So I think it's actually a 2021 make, but I have to double check that. I'll get the title and I'll make sure. But either way, 2020 is what I'm advertising it at. It might be a little newer by 1 year. Okay, holler if you need anything, and appreciate you guys for watching. Sorry I haven't been around that much. If you made it to this point, I really appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. We got some more going on this channel, so take it easy. Bye.